The humble rowboat, the smallest ship in the Sea of Thieves. It's simple yet elegant. They come in a variety of flavors, some have harpoons, some have cannons, and all are the perfect accessory to any ship for when you have to make some sneaky plays. But what if somebody was crazy enough to start a brand new pirate from scratch with the idea of only using the rowboat? Could they get to Pirate Legend status, or complete Tall Tales, or even reach Hourglass milestones without ever so much as lowering a sail? Is there even a pirate out there crazy enough to find the answers to these questions? Yeah, it's me. I'm the crazy guy. Welcome to Epic Rowboat. In this series of videos, I will be using a separate pirate on an alternate account, and the rule is I cannot use the ship. But of course, use is a vague term. I mean, after all, you do spawn on your ship. One could argue that's using it. So let me define the rules of this series. My ship will act as a hub of sorts. If I die and respawn on the ship, that's obviously okay. It's also fine for me to grab supplies, cook meat, switch weapons, and all that sort of stuff. Consider the ship like my home base. I can also use the voyage table to start quests, pledge to the hourglass, and most importantly, I can scuttle the ship to respawn on a different island, which is how I plan to acquire a rowboat in the first place. I do eventually want to buy a captain ship so that I can save the rowboat to the ship, but that's obviously gonna take a while playing like this. As for what I can't do, first, I cannot set sail, ever. That means if I want to actually play the game and do voyages and world events and all that stuff, I'm gonna need a rowboat. Now that alone is challenging enough, because bear in mind that comes with a great risk, because if I'm ever on an island somewhere and then I get owned by PvE elements, that is pretty much game over for whatever I'm doing, as I'm not going to respawn nearby. I might not even respawn in the same starting island if some random passerby happens to sink my ship while I'm gone, which I anticipate will happen a lot. Which is a good segue into rule number 2. All gameplay will take place on high seas. This isn't some kind of PvP elitist attitude, far from it actually. I am a well-known PvE lord. I don't really like PvP in this game. I actually prefer playing on safer seas these days now that they reversed the gold nerf. But for this series, I think it's best for the sake of entertainment to embrace the chaos that only happens on the high seas. Rule number 3 is I cannot use the cannons on my ship for combat, whether it's PvE or PvP. Not that I'm any good at PvP, nor do I even like it as I said, but if I ever do find myself in a battle, I must fight with a rowboat. And finally, the last rule is I cannot use friends or guilds to aid my progress in any way. If I do convince one of my friends I normally play with to join me on an episode, they will also be adhering to all of these rules, and I won't just use them to gain access for endgame content that I don't already have access to. And that's it. That is the entire bit. It sounds extremely stupid because it is, but it's right up my alley and I am so excited to kick off a new series since it's been a while since I've uploaded on this channel. With all the explanation out of the way, we of course do have to kick things off with the Maiden Voyage Tall Tale, as I do with any new pirate that I create. And I know that does not sound like an exciting topic for the whole video, but trust me, this is actually kind of insane. I think I'm actually the first person to discover some weird technique here, and I'll get into that in a minute. But first, I need to find the Pirate Lord's lost luggage. Thankfully, I've done this voyage a million times, so I don't even need the map for this one. My pirate intuition tells me right about here. Nope, right about here. Right about here. No, actually, I think it was over here. No, I'm pretty sure it was over here, actually. It's gotta be here. Maybe here. Alright, it's definitely gotta be over here. I thought about it. I think I might have not gone far up enough. I think it was actually right here. How about here? Aha! First try! Okay, well now that I got the Glory Lord's hand-me-downs, I raided his pantry for some gold to get started with, and it's time to set sail for the Sea of Thieves. And of course, by set sail, I mean grab the rowboat from a nearby cave. But I can't just row it off into the sunset. The Maiden Voyage doesn't let you get too far from your ship at this point, and if I row away too far, I'll despawn and then reappear on the ship. This is to prevent new players from getting lost, since this is supposed to be a tutorial. But hope isn't lost yet, because we do have harpoon guns which I can use to inch the boat closer. It's a struggle at first because there's these invisible walls for some reason, but eventually I'm able to get the boat close enough to the rowboat for me to get back on it. And after maybe 2 or 3 rows, I despawn again. And if you think you know where this is going, you're probably right. I continue this harpoon inching and rowing combo for a bit until I eventually get past the invisible wall. Now at this point the ocean is too deep to harpoon anything else, So I have to harpoon to the rowboat itself, which is a small issue because every time I harpoon it, it takes damage. I thought this would be a problem, but luckily we have 70 wooden planks on board of our ship. I have no idea why, you only need 3 to repair the mast, it's not like you can take any damage on this, but hey, I'm not complaining. And even if I somehow forget to bring planks, there's also 14 planks in the rowboat chest. This method of rowing and harpooning continues for what felt like an eternity, and the whole time the game is telling me press X on the sail length, but Rare doesn't understand my commitment to this bit. The fact that this even works is crazy enough, but this isn't even the craziest thing that happened. See, during the Maiden Voyage normally, you'll get to experience these cool little cinematic battles where a megalodon appears, then a skeleton ship starts shooting at you, but it gets sucked up by the Kraken, and these are all scripted events. Like, you can interact with them by like firing cannonballs, but you're never intended to actually be in any danger. This is just to build up some hype as you sail into the Sea of Thieves for the first time. But crawling through these scripted events this slowly has some weird side effects. Okay, the Pirate Lord, like, randomly spawning and then despawning is... Oh, God! Oh, my fucking... That actually scared me. I probably just woke up my wife. I apologize if I did. She's listening. That actually scared the crap out of me. What was that? Yeah, normally there's, like, dramatic music to accompany that Megalodon, but that just came and went while I was doing my whole method. So he just randomly jump scared me, and that was very unexpected, caught me off guard. I actually did end up waking up my wife because I was recording this at like 3 a.m. So as an apology, I'm going to shout out her YouTube channel. She makes Stardew Valley lore and theory videos. Go drop her a sub if you're into that sort of thing, and tell her that I am very sorry for scaring her awake. That's not even all of the weirdness either though. Multiple times the Pirate Lord's animation would briefly play as if he was appearing on my ship, but then it just stopped. In the water, I can see the Kraken wrapped around the skeleton ship, probably because that happened so far off screen because of how slow it was going. But the absolute most weirdest thing is how the Maiden Voyage ended. I got the commendation, but the final animation never played, so I just kept going, and I think I ended up going beyond where you're supposed to go, because after a while, this happened. What? Are you a server merge? I've been single player. What do you mean a server merge? What? What the hell just happened? Hello? I've been doing this shit for 3 hours. Don't tell me the game fucked up now. Come on. It's been hours of this. No fucking way. And okay, yep, the game just crashed on me. Oh, wow. Okay, so... Wow, they really just did me like that. No fuck. Oh my god. I'm going insane. I've been doing this stupid bit for like 4 hours just for it to end in a server merge in a single player mode and then a game crash. What is this game? Yeah, as far as the game's concerned, I reached the Sea of Thieves. I got the Pirate Lord jacket. I didn't get the journals and stuff. I didn't think I was going to be able to actually complete this. I would have actually gone for all the accommodations if that was the, if I knew this was going to be the case. But you know what? I'm just going to count that as we did it. We reached the Sea of Thieves without using the boat. Yeah, after all of that, the game just freaked out and crashed on me. I suppose I can't blame Rare on this one. I don't think they ever intended anybody to play this tall tale like this. Just for science, I wanted to go back and see if I could replicate this. This time I had the sail lowered ever so slightly so I wouldn't have to do the whole harpoon dragging thing, which is fine because this isn't part of the challenge. This is just a little experiment I was doing. This time I got the ending animation, but it was still buggy. I black screened for like half a second, and then the ship was nowhere to be seen. I kept having press X to use cannon appearing randomly, which I didn't even do anything when I pressed it. Definitely some weirdness discovered here. I kind of want to go back and do some more experiments, but at this point I've spent like 4 hours in the damn Maiden Voyage, and I was so ready to call it a night. But honestly, what a way to kick off this new series. And of course, with a series like this, we're gonna need some goals to work towards. Ultimately, I just want to see what's even possible to accomplish with just a rowboat. Obviously, Pirate Legend status is going to be our main goal for a while, but we're also going to be trying to do whatever accommodations we can get. I also like to try to complete one of each world event, maybe do some Hourglass content. Like I said, I don't really like the PvP in this game, and I'm not exactly bad at it, but I'm not great either. Like, probably slightly above your average console player. That said, my priority here is going to be just entertainment, and I think we can get into some silly shenanigans, which is what I'm all about here on Epic Dawn, and Epic Dusk, and Dusk Crossing. Yeah, I might have too many YouTube channels. Oh, and Twitch too. Yeah, lots of channels. Links to all those in the description for anybody interested. My first order of business, though, is going to be getting enough gold to buy a captain's ship so I can save rowboats between sessions. And because everything on a rowboat is bound to take forever, I think in my next session I'll probably be focusing on one of the 3 main factions. So if you're interested in this series, leave a comment down below what faction should I focus on in the next video. I'll be watching the comments closely and I'll do whatever one you guys comment the most, so make sure you let me know. As for today, I think this wraps up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little concept and I'm excited to see how far we can go with it. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded, I've been focusing on the other channels a bit, live streaming, and also I got married, so, a lot of stuff going on, but I'm looking forward to playing some more Sea of Thieves on this channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and remember, if you're sailing and you see a random guy in a rowboat, it's probably me. And as always, stay epic, gamers.